Dr. Sella here, and when you run the zone dive or the kick, coaching the six-man wedge and getting everybody to fit to the right spots, the first thing you have to do. Landmarks are such a big deal on the zone dive because the guard sets the wedge, the place head guard does. So when you run zone dive to the right, he takes 2 steps up the field, and if there's anybody on him, he puts his nose in the V of the neck and slams his hands through them, tight hands, and takes 4-inch northbound steps from there. If the player on him is shaded, whether it's a 3 or a 2-eye, he'll simply zone step there. He wants to make a 2-eye, a 2 technique at the snap, and a 3 technique, a 2 technique at the snap. Now, the tackle is down, getting his left knee through the crotch of that player, left knee through the crotch, left hand to the stomach, 4-inch northbound steps from there. If the tackle can't wedge because there's a 4-eye or somebody directly in the gap, he'll simply down block that defender, getting in front of him with his left knee, left forearm, and then 4-inch northbound steps from there. The center's going to snap the ball. He's going to open flat, get to the guard's hip, and then use his right knee, right hand, and 4-inch northbound steps to engage with the player over the guard. If the center's got a 1 technique or a pure A-gap defender, he'll down block that player with his right knee, right forearm, 4-inch northbound steps from there. Question I have to get is, why would you do that? Wouldn't you be pushing him into the play? Well, where's he going to go? Is he going to go run into the guard, or is he going to run into the tackle? So the whole goal is to cover him up and get positional leverage so he doesn't run through the gap. The backside guard sprints to the spine of the center and then blocks the spine of the center. He's got to sprint behind the center and then move forward to cancel the A-gap. Backside tackle does the same thing to the backside guard. He's got to get behind him and then block the spine of the backside guard to prevent the run through in the B-gap. The A-back's the key to the whole operation. I've said this in so many other videos. The A-back's the key to everything because what he's doing is he's stepping with his inside foot first. He's stepping through the hip of the tackle, the play side hip of the tackle, and 2-hand slamming whoever shows. If nobody shows, he goes second level. Too many times you'll see high school A-backs, they chase after number 1, they try to make it a kick-out play. You don't make it a kick-out play. You don't chase one, you let one come to you. Is one taking the dive or not? Because if number 1 takes the dive, oh, don't worry, he'll run into you. If number 1 takes the quarterback, there's no need to block him because the ball's going to the B-back anyway. And the quarterback's running all the way out there. On purpose, by the way, if you figure that one out. But getting people to their landmarks is the most important thing. Now, if the guard's uncovered, he'll just go straight ahead and take 4-inch steps straight ahead, and the center of the tackle will go with him as long as there's nobody in their gap. But it's a 6-man wedge. You got to get people fitting to the right spot. And ultimately, they all have a gap responsibility other than the guard. The guard sets the wedge. The center's got the play side A gap. The tackle's got the play side B gap. The A back has the play side C gap, but his landmark is through the hip of the tackle. The backside guard's got the backside A gap. The backside tackle's got the backside B gap. So once again, you have a gap, but it's called zone dive, which really is an outdated term. That was the term that Paul Johnson utilized, but the evolution of the concept now has gotten it to this point. So coaching the 6-man wedge on zone dive, that's how you do it. The key is getting people to their landmarks right away. The guard is the key to the whole thing. Well, the A-back's the key to the whole thing, but the guard's the key to setting the wedge. The A-back's the key to maintaining the wedge. And then the B-back's going to run behind the triple team and hammer it home. So important. Coaches, you want to win more games in 2023, pick up the phone and give me a call. My number's on the thumbnail of this video, so is my website. If you want to make the change right now today, you could be installing this by tomorrow. You know you're outmanned. You know you got to do what Air Force does. Here's your chance. You can learn the offense in a day, and within 10 practices, you'll be at 90% of your potential. Everything's in the online classroom. So much more. But you got to give me a call. I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.